Okay, all right. As they get used to blocking and be able to receive a ball, as they advance up a little bit. Another drill that you incorporate that's fun for the kids, okay, it's kind of a rapid fire, half moon rapid fire deal. But the big emphasis for this is they get used to catching balls coming in from different angles. Okay, as they get older, they're going to have to catch different types of pitches. Okay, it's not just going to be a fastball or changeup. This will create those angles a little bit to where they've got to move that glove and position that glove for balls coming in from different angles from the plate. Okay, so what I'm going to do basically is Tucker's going to get a good secondary position. I'm going to start on the side of him. I'm going to kind of walk around in a half moon formation, and I'm just firing balls at him real quickly. Okay, your catcher, all he's going to do is he's going to practice receiving it and just drop it, receiving it and drop it, receiving it and drop it. And he's going to have to move and follow with the glove as you go around. Okay, this is a receiving drill, so we're not putting him in the dirt, we're just kind of flipping him to him. As they get better at this and older, back out further, put a little bit more on it. Okay? All right, ready? Here we go. Very good. Okay, now then do the same thing, coming the other way. Ready? Very good. Okay, you can see he had to track the ball, all right, and he had to, it's just rapid fire. It's just practicing receiving, which I said is the 98% of the things that you do as a catcher. Okay, yes, there are drills that you can do, and we can talk about those if you want to, about the throwing mechanics and throwing drills and stuff like that. That's just, hey, practice that in your team situations where you're working your middle infield as well, because they got to catch the ball down there anyway. Throwing. I'll real quickly talk about throwing. Without just doing it is what you have to do to drill work it. Okay? As a catcher, going from that secondary position, all right? You're going to get in your good secondary position, all right? This is where your thumb to thigh, ball to sky, and the catcher's motion that we talked about and the throwing progression drill and Coach Sherman talked about. Still doing the same thing, it's just a short motion, okay? You're here, you're ready for it, and you're right there. You see, all I've done is I basically turn that angle to where I've got the ball up about the pocket of my ear. I'm using my mitt as my aiming point, okay? It's right here. And what I've done is what you've probably heard this, I get up on the board, okay? A real great tool for a catcher. You can put a board down there, a 2x6 or something as they get older, and have them practice getting up on that, okay? So they're here, and boom, they get their footwork just like that, okay? They receive, they rake, they get to this position, and they're in a position to throw, okay? And basically you're taking that nose to your mitt, right over to second base. An aiming point, a great aiming point where you can help your kids throw it to the top of the pitcher's hat every time. That way, if you're putting on some kind of first, third play or something like that, you're throwing at that position every time. Pitcher could be there to cut it off, but it's also a pretty good angle to actually get it to second base. Obviously, if they're younger, they might have to take a little bit higher angle than that, but you can talk to them, hey, just throw it right above the pitcher's head, and that should help them get to second base.